So I know you already had talked to a math person downstairs, but if you didn't, look out that window right there. They do math in that corner. It's called the algebra corner, but it can help with math that you're doing. Or you could tell the tutor your lower level math and come with what skill you want. Because they're used to teaching by class. So they say, what's your class and your GED? It could be anything in the GED realm, right? It's pretty, so bring what you have. Yeah, so when you come, but that's the math area. Because we're focusing on things that are both upstairs and downstairs. So as you can see, Monday through Thursday, and we have a PowerPoint there, you can look at me or the PowerPoint, 7:30 to 7:30 PM. And on Friday, we close early at 5, but we're open at 7:30 every day. The beauty is the library is open at exactly the same time. So you can use a lot of materials at the library. I'll show you a little bit. As you can tell, our building is like this. You can walk straight through.
So there are no weekend hours at all?
No, we've done weekend hours during exams, when they
Okay.
have the exams,
Okay.
and we get even then, we get a low turnout
Okay.
on weekends.
Okay.
So we've tried weekends and then we go not doing weekends and then we go do. But don't forget, you can go to the public library and they have computers in the public library and things you can use.
Now, for the online tutoring, those the same hours, so.
Yeah.
They don't tutor outside of.
That's good.
No, brain fuse.
Oh, yeah, I'll get to brain fuse.
Yeah,
I get-
but they're open
Yeah.
on the weekend.
Yeah, I'll get to brain fuse.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I was just talking about us, we're not, yeah. Okay, then we have open access computers upstairs and downstairs. Lots of resources and handouts. They have math handouts in that corner right there that are aimed at GED level. That's why I said that corner is probably your best bet, but you can talk to, just come in. I'm a GED student. I want to work with a math person, you know.
Okay.
And they have black and white and colored printers. The colored printers are in the library side. We no longer print in color. It was, again, having to do with costs. They'll go dry if you don't use them by having one or two, then everybody goes to those ones. It makes sure that doesn't happen. Then we have something called Eagle Q. Do you guys know about Eagle Q? This is called Q-list on your phone, and this is another way you can get service. You can just click on. It takes us to this, our Learning Commons web page. I'll do a little bit more, but you join the queue right here. You put your first name, which I'm going to do. We put Jamie, and then I put Smith. That's my name, and hopefully they'll know I'm not real, but I always put in a fake phone number because they will call you if you do it on your phone. What kind of services? Are you online or in person? If it's online, they call you and we usually send a Zoom link. See, they have communication, math, sciences, and tech. For GED science, I would still come upstairs to communications. I'm a reading specialist. I help with the history and the science
Okay,
as well, because a lot of it is reading.
right.
Yeah, so there we go. We'll do communications, and they have success coaches. And she's an success coach. She'll be telling about that so that you can pick a success coach. And then see GED conference
Okay,
and then done.
can you
And
go through that again? I'm sorry, I'm very struggling. Okay, y'all, this is very critical.
yeah, let me go back to where, I have to go back to our web, my PowerPoint. Okay, I went from my PowerPoint.
Now, is this an app or you just go?
You
to-
can do the app on your phone and you download, it's literally called Q list. A Q is just a line. It puts you in a line. They use this when if you come to TCC after you're done with your GED,
Uh-huh,
I hope you come back and you start taking classes here.
uh-huh.
Many people did. And when you do that, you also have a queue for advising. But right now it's for Learning Commons, success coaching, and you'll just go down and it says, or you use your phone, download it onto your phone. And you pick TCC, you go Q list in your app store, doesn't matter if it's Google
Uh-huh.
Play or the Windows one, doesn't matter which one. You pick the word Q list, and then you'll pick Tallahassee Community College.
Miss Alicia, you can show us how to do this in class. Okay,
Okay, so.
thank you.
Yep, so you got that. That's good. So now this is where you join the queue. And you can go to the desk and they'll put you in the,
But if you wanna do it, if you're at home and you need,
then you can do it
do
here.
this,
If
and
you
they'll send
don't
you a
have,
Zoom, and you can actually Zoom, be on Zoom with the student.
and we're gonna tell people to check your email because we send the Zoom link through your TCC email. We do not send it to private email. We don't have access to your private email. Yeah, so we have to do it.
Do they have to have their student ID number when they register?
No.
also?
No, they just, their name, last name, cell
And a
phone.
TCC email.
Yeah, and if you go to the desk, the people will say, can I have your cell phone number? Because they'll type in the cell phone number.
Okay.
And if you're not sharing your phone, up pops your name. If you're sharing your phone and another student's here, up pops whoever that phone belongs to. So, because we had that happen too. We've had that happen with sisters. I had two sisters that would come and they would give the cell phone. I was always tutoring the same sister. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, no, we fixed it. We told her how she could fix it in Workday. So back to PowerPoint. Yeah, so here we go. So that's the queue. Okay, and then we do virtual services, and this is where I'm gonna actually show you Brain Fuse. Brain Fuse, if you like to write papers and you want someone to look at it, you can upload a paper. At this point, you could do that, or you could come in, or you could do Zoom. Any one of those ways. That's what async, it means without time. I mean, not in time, because we get 48 hours to get that paper back to you. And we look at papers here we look at your resume if you're trying to get a job. We look at your cover letter if that's what you're writing. So it doesn't have to be directly related to your class. You just come up and say, I'm a student here. I need someone to look at my resume. We help with them, just so you know, it's not. Then here's Brain Fuse, and this is what Miss Casey was talking about, is the fact that Brain Fuse does, this is the link to knowing about it. I thought it took us to Brain Fuse. I was gonna go straight to Brain Fuse. Yeah, sometimes I guess they fix that so it doesn't go straight to Brain Fuse, but I don't know if they'll go there. Brain Fuse. Sometimes if we don't, I don't want to become a tutor. This time I want to be a student. I don't know if it's gonna show me the student or not. If I'm in my office, because I'm a student, yeah, it's not gonna show us because I'm a student here too. And so when I click, I see the student one. They actually provide real live tutoring in topics. So you can go up and you'll select on the left-hand side, if you look at the video, it'll show you where you'll select and what do you want to be tutored in. You can also make an appointment with them. So they make an appointment. When you sign up for something like that, make sure that you have a computer that can see and hear, like a mic or something with it, because I've seen people sign up and they didn't have a working mic, and then they can't tutor. Suggestions for all conferences. Now here, the suggestions for GED. Here it's saying, bring your assignment. One suggestion, if you want me to help you with reading and pass that reading, you take a sample test. You get, I don't know main idea, or I don't know graphs, or I don't know grammar. You know what sheet I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You all know. You bring that sheet. I will use that sheet to improve your training. So you don't need to bring your book and say, you're just gonna go over the books from front to end. We have materials based on a scale if we know what you're missing, at least upstairs. I don't know how they do downstairs, but that's how I do it. And I'm gonna show you some of those things that we do. So this is just links to resources. I didn't put the GED materials up yet. I have them ready for upload. So I would guess where they're updating the whole website. I don't know if you know, they're changing the name of the college. Our new name is gonna be what, Tallahassee State College? Tallahassee State College. So they're gonna update our website. So they told me to hold off uploading the new materials because they're gonna give us new logos. So it'll say Tallahassee State College instead of Tallahassee Community College, TCC. Yeah, so that you'll have a link to stuff to help you as well. And the academic coach, I'm not gonna go over because she's gonna talk and she's here. I like my TCC, especially when you guys go, when you come to this college and you're going to school and moving ahead. My TCC is perfect. You go there, it's like you can do it now. It's like the Facebook of the college, and it'll tell you when we're doing certain things. If you take a math class, they do math, workshops for the exam. They do science workshops for the exam. Writing upstairs, we don't do that because you don't get an exam, you're writing, so we don't do that. So ours is a little bit different. So one of the things I did want to show you is, I'm trying to see where the owl, I guess it can see it. These are papers, I don't know if you'll notice, it says yes on one side, no on one side. I get scholastics from the library, the public library. The public library on the third floor has tutors for GED, and they have scholastic. So when the old ones are, nobody's taking them, I get them. And this is perfect for writing. Which do you feel is the stronger argument? Notice they have a yes, they have a no. Notice this one has data right up in this corner. If this one has data and this one doesn't, most likely the no is stronger. Here it's not your opinion if they say which is the stronger. Sometimes they'll ask for your opinion. So you've got to read that question so you don't miss out from the very beginning. Then we have many things with this particular handout I'm showing you is on vocabulary for reading graphs. If you don't know that slightly means a little bit, you're not going to be able to do well when you have a graph, even if you know it's a little bit. Because the words might be different. They have plummet sometimes, and all these words are GED, significantly, dramatically, fluctuate. So these have the picture that would be on the graph with the types of vocabulary linked to it. So we can help with that kind of thing. We have so many handouts for grammar. Anybody here love grammar? Yeah, hey, we have tons of handouts for grammar. This one I brought is just pronoun agreements. If you have problems with a reading item, we have, like I said, we have lots of material. This one is if you can't draw a conclusion. What I find most people get confused is implied versus inferred, implied and inferred. And we have these kind of books where we explain what it is. And then what do? You practice with a tutor. For reading, you get 1 hour. For writing, you get a half hour. For grammar, you get a half hour. And these are like types of charts. So we also do types of charts. So if you have problems interpreting graphics, do you know in a week, we could go over the graphics and charts, political cartoons, maps, and that, you see how that's going across more than one of the areas, and your score can go up quickly. The skills of a political cartoon, reading a map, reading a chart, reading a science apparatus are the same. We're gonna do the first thing, read the title. Second thing, read like the small print. Then you have to read the details. And those are pretty much the questions. What's the main idea of the chart or the political cartoon? So when we have practice for that, and that's what I think is important. I brought some of these if you want to take it with you to practice this one, and I'll leave it on this desk. And whoever wants it can get it. And then I had one more, I think I had one more thing here. Oh, vocabulary. I've had people, what I found, many people, their reading is low because they need to enrich vocabulary. So we have books that talk about reading vocabulary in context. This is one way to learn vocabulary. You learn how to do like the opposite, antonyms or synonyms, and that's what this is just a one handout, but we actually have sections that you can practice this. But I found that students, like I have books like this that go up all the way up to GED, and this one's more GED, SAT, and college. And this is if people like to learn by images. Like this says aqueduct, and it has an aqua meaning water, duck, and then it has a joke, it has some sentences. You learn 10 words, and then you have a little quiz. And guess what? If you come up and you like these books, I make copies of these and give you like each unit. You can take it home, come back and work with one of us to see it, because I'll give you the answers too, but you can see if you understand it. And that's the important part. But this is a nice way if you're a visual learner to use it, this kind of book. So we have different ways to help you. Yes, ma'am.
What about reading great literature? Because I found that's one of the things that helps me with my reading.
Reading literature, yeah, you can do that. And we have tons of books upstairs for so yeah, you can come upstairs. And one of the things I try to get people, there's something called reading theory for people who actually love to read, but want to improve their, oh, I thought I was in work. I thought it was there. Okay, this is a good thing to sign up for. When I teach reading, I have people sign up for this reading theory, because this will start where you're at. You sign up for free, you take a quiz, and it works at your level. And it's reading theory. This was created by scientists, and they'll find out, are you good at reading? You might be good. You might end up reading a lot of things that are more scientific if you're already good at reading literature.
I like history and literature.
Yeah, because they're two
Like
different,
science.
two different types of texts. But it will go and it'll say, oh, you're bad on vocabulary, and you'll see questions more in vocabulary, and the reading will go up, and the structure of the sentences will become harder as you go up. So this is one I'd like people to go to. Since you like the reading, and if you want just free access to a lot of books, I'm showing you, this is really for ESL students, but anybody can use it. This is called ESL Bits. And it has, look, classical novels, real literature, stories, all for free. I use this for ESL students for listening. Anybody here a second language student? Everybody's first language? Yeah, because this was set up, the reading levels are based on second language. And I usually only use this, but because you like literature, this is all literature for free.
Oh, yeah,
And you-
I see a lot of literature up there that I.
And you can listen to it or just read it, or read it and listen to it together. So I love this page.
Thank you, ma'am.
And you're the first person that I introduced it to.
Yay.
Yeah, and then the only thing I like to just bring up to people is, you know, the library is also online. The library is also, see where you have resources here. I always select resources. We're right here, Learning Commons. The library is right here. And you see their hours, and see they have research guides by class, but I like this A to Z data, because a lot of people don't know they have movies, like Canopy is a movie, films on demand are history or science, that kind of thing. They also have plays. You said you like literature. They have plays, the digital theater. All these are free for TCC, and you guys are TCC students, even though you're in workforce. So this is very good. The library downstairs also has DVDs. So you can go downstairs and get DVDs. If you don't know where they're at, you just go to the front desk in the library and say, can you show me where your DVDs are? And they love to show you. Around the holidays, I use their DVDs for like Halloween or Christmas. And I have one of the librarians actually pick the 3 movies we're gonna do. So they'll pick 3 or 4 movies and people pick from. Yeah, so that kind of gives you an overview, because I need to let the success coach talk. Yeah, any questions for the Learning Commons? You guys got it, and I'm Jamie, you can come upstairs. On Mondays, I work late, but every other day I'm here from 7:30 to 4.